The old era of the blue disc. You remember it?
The old era that didn't even last a year. Afterwards, they actually got smart and used proper discs.
That is wild that, like, literally, like, the evolution from CD to DVD-ROM happened, like, in the same year.
Yeah.
That quickly.
It really did, and I mean, kind of a blessing in disguise, considering that's pretty much something that the PS2 added on, like, natively, like, being able to play not just games, but DVDs as well, hence why it got so popular. Anyway, Maximo, Ghosts to Glory.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes,
Although it's not quite the same flavor of that, as you probably saw from our look at me an eternity ago, but this time we're actually doing it for realsies.
We're doing it for realsies because I have finally, I finally taken, I have like ripped off that Band-Aid to find out like that I can actually handle this more or less pretty okay.
Logan, this is why I told you should have been booging it out some more in the menu. It's supposed to just stand in there like a putz.
I know, but I
mean,
like doing my little side dance.
Well, not even just that, but like, say if you're not even moving from one tombstone to the other, you just go opposite that. You just rotate around the block.
So here's our story. Maximo was the old king of this land, but unfortunately, when he was out at war, this putz showed up. Oh!
Ow! And bitch slapped his waifu for days.
Yep, Princess Sophia. Yeah, Achilles has apparently harnessed the power of the underworld. And I probably should be quiet because I forgot these cutscenes have no subtitles.
It's fine. Don't worry. But yeah, Achilles, former, what was it, advisor or whatever for Maximo, turned traitor and literally killed him on the spot.
Hey, Heffa.
What? Not afraid of death?
Heffa, do you ever wonder what life is like after death?
Things like that.
Yeah. The Grim Reaper here, voiced by Carlos Alaski.
What that is? Achilles.
I
Basically
never
Rocco.
remember how to pronounce his last name, so just say Rocco.
My spirits.
Yeah, freaking Rocco, the first iteration of Spyro, to name a few.
Wasn't he also Crocker?
yeah, he
Denzel
was.
Crocker.
Denzel Crocker, he was also the Taco Bell Chihuahua back when that was a thing.
Ah, yes.
How can you not trust his face?
He looks nice.
You know, as much as, the obvious, desync and lip syncing compared to the voice acting, I'll say the voice acting in this game is relatively decent.
I think it's decent for the time this came out, absolutely. This was like very early in the PlayStation 2's lifespan. So,
Why are you helping me?
riddle me this.
There's no more dead, then I'm out of a job.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's a totally fair point.
And with that, that's all the story you need to know. Meet, again, for those who did not watch our look at, which may become, archived and clearly dated by the time this video comes out. Welcome to our commentary of Maximo Ghosts to Glory. This being a 3D spiritual successor to the likes of Ghosts and Goblins.
Right down to the musical motifs you'll be hearing all throughout.
And the moving terrain.
Moving terrain, your somewhat stilted play control, which, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's one thing that's definitely going to throw off your playing, like your play style, especially when dealing with the hordes of the undead in 3D.
Yep, but I'm gonna try my best to hang on to whatever life I got left.
Also, what a crying shame that this had to come out just before, right analog stick camera control became the mainstream.
Oh my god, I have no idea. Unfortunately, it does not work. The most I can do is press the L1 button and it will center the camera wherever I'm looking. But otherwise, the camera does its best to work. I'm never reporting that, and foot cheese is pretty useless anyway.
Foot cheese.
It's just cheese.
All it does is whenever you're on hollowed ground, typically the arms of the undead, let's upgrade, the arms of the undead will try to claw at you, and foot cheese makes your feet smell like foot cheese, and thus they will not try anything while you're on it.
They say that rosemary is the bane for demons. I would never have guessed that fucking cheese would have been the bane for dead people.
Oh no.
They're lactose intolerant.
Anyway, we want to collect any keys that we can find so we can open big locks. Metal keys are limited, but they can be used. They can be used on iron chests and doors to hopefully find unlockable goodies. Coins here are really only best spent in shops and with the power of save states, the useless save system that is in the hub world. But I mean, I probably will do it at the end of each session just to make sure I don't screw something up.
Oh yeah, no, better to play it safe than sorry.
Another big currency to keep track of are spirits. Spirits can be found in a unique breakable object in every level of the game, in the Boneyard. These are, of course, tombstones. Once you have 50 of these in your inventory, the next unique breakable that you hit will give you spirits. Cost you 50 of them, but to give you a death coin. The death coins being especially worthwhile because in the upper right, those death coins, those are my continues should I screw up.
Yep, like this is literally at the very start of I think it was the 6th generation of consoles, and this is at a point where, like, this is like that one other game in that whole generation that actually had, like, limited continues.
Yeah, it was a bit of a problem where like they were trying to like shake off the freaking stiff limbs from the old 2D console era
from the 16-bit days.
Yeah, the 16-bit days, but
I mean, hey, look at it. I mean, I'll give this game credit that at least it makes you, really cherish whatever coins you do have on your person.
Mm-hmm. I mean, provided I play my cards right and, don't do anything stupid and just, again, honestly, yeah, play this as best you could either in early Dark Souls or, again, ye old Ghosts and Goblins, and just don't go wildly, like, flailing about, like, plan, strategize, all that nonsense. So, that's pretty much most I can talk about for right now until things progress. How have you been, and what sort of things have you been up to with the likes?
Oh boy.
Likes of Ghosts and Goblins stuff?
I have really no experience with Ghosts and Goblins related stuff, including Maximo. In fact, like, even though I feel like I might have tried Ghosts and Goblins at least once, Maximo I've never even heard of until Logan showed it to us a couple of times. So yeah, I can't say I have much to contribute in the conversation of history with the series or its inspiration series, but I'm liking this so far. Like, liking it in the sense of, like, this does seem like a fairly faithful adaptation of Ghosts and Goblins in a 3D space.
Nice.
Whether or not that's a good or bad thing really depends on your opinion on Ghosts and Goblins to begin with. But for what it's trying to do, I think it's doing a good job so far.
I mean, obviously it's one of those things where, it's technically excused from Ghosts and Goblins, but very loosely, because first and foremost, you're not playing as Sir Arthur, you're playing as this new kid on the block who was the king of his own castle. Mm-hmm. Secondly, Maximo does not have that much in terms of weapon variety. All he has is a sword and shield, and that's about the most he's going to have throughout the rest of the series. I don't exactly remember if he has anything else in the sequel, but that's something we'll have to get into another time.
Right, we do have plans to cover Army of Zin. I just need to... Oh, jeez, there's the hollow ground with him trying to jump up and get me, so just make sure to jump
They're trying to reach out and cop a field. Cop a field, but anyway.
It's all good, it's all good. Easy does it. Nope. Thankfully, you can... Thankfully, you can break them when they are trying to come up. I'm keeping my shield up, thank you. Your shield. Oh yeah, I guess more of the HUD. In the upper left, of course, that's my health. Every time one of those chunks comes off, that's it. I lose that chunk of my armor until I find an armor pickup later. Green and red potion bottles can fill those up. The blue meter below is my shield durability. We want to hang on to this shield because it's very nice. I don't want to lose it or have to buy another one. As we were talking and discussing the things that were going on, I managed to find myself some ability power-ups that enemies were dropping. These will be dropped randomly throughout my adventure. New ones will unlock as I progress through the game and into different chapters. Basically, what you want to know is, this is actually, I think, one of my favorite systems that this game brings to the table, is that you can, like, customize and make your own moveset with these guys, in the sense of this weird steampunk locking mechanism here. Any power-up that is inside this little contraption, if I die, I will not lose those power-ups, and I can continue, bringing them with me throughout my journey. No. But there is no limit to how many power-ups you can obtain. But just know that, again, any power-ups that are not within the confines of that contraption, if you die, you will lose them, and you will have to collect them all over again. I lost my helmet.
Dang it! It was a mighty fine helmet too.
Very, very nice pamphlet, too.
Just, yeah, no, like, as you no doubt saw earlier, and, man, that would have been so much more helpful if you still had your magic helmet.
Yep, and, no, I'm not going to know where every single one of these things are, because true to freaking Ghosts and Goblins form, there are going to be hidden treasure chests that you're supposed to, like, jump around, and maybe they'll appear, and, essentially, all that this actually builds up to is, every level, there's a statistic called level mastery. And all level mastery really counts for is, I think you get 4% in every level, for a total of, I want to say, 25 true levels in total. And if you manage to get 100% mastery in the entire game, then, hey, Bone Towers, good to see you again.
The age-old Bone Towers, even in 3D, they can be a bit of a nuisance.
The hitbox is a little... the hitbox is a little
It's
wonky.
a point.
I just need to be more mindful. I thought I could duck under it, but if you manage to get 100% level mastery in the entire game, then you will basically unlock just a secret bonus level that if you... I want to say if you beat that level... Oh my gosh. That if you beat that bonus level, you will get a cutscene viewer.
Which is... oh, well, there goes the rest of your armor. Now it's a true Ghosts and Goblins game.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. See, told you it was gonna work. Okay, what we got? Can I
Little
get some
strawberry
armor, please?
boxers and all.
Nope, I'll take the free life though. Thank you.
Have a
Make
heart.
sure to down stab these things to make your checkpoints.
Yeah, God forbid you were one of those poor saps that end up getting this game used and without an instruction manual.
Did that happen to you?
Yes.
Oh no.
I didn't get them. I'm pretty sure my original copy of Maximo didn't come with the manual, so I didn't have the foresight to know that you're actually supposed to dive down to literally stab your sword straight on the solid soil, the fertile soil, and that would count as a checkpoint.
I feel like that's something they really should have conveyed in the game itself.
Yeah,
just
have
have
a little icon on top, just saying press this button combination on top of the soil.
Right. Okay.
I think I want to say they fixed that for the sequel, but I could be wrong on that.
Oh, the sequel definitely brought a lot. Fine.
Fine, I'll trudge through the freaking damned soil.
Okay, here we go. One here.
But yeah,
Oh,
as no doubt mentioned earlier, you'll unlock a couple. You'll get all these equipable abilities that enemies will drop, and I mean, it's one of those things that's pretty cool. But it also means like at your base merits, Maximo doesn't really have that much aside from a dinky little sword slash.
Yep. Again, you can get abilities and buffs to your weapon to make it more potent later. Oh, this is gonna kill me.
Oh,
Man.
guess now my whole body will be buried in that soil, or not?
Yep. All right, time to keep moving. If I find myself dying a lot, then I'm just gonna speedrun. There is nothing really preventing you from just speedrunning this. Again, all you lose is the potential for level mastery.
Level mastery, and depending on how you, and also maybe the other occasional secret that this game has to offer.
Oh yeah. Fair.
But yeah, as far as the old age-old Maximo is concerned, yeah, no, again, it was like a very early PS2 title, like right around. Oh, actually, it was just roughly a year after this console. Or actually, when did the PS2 initially come out? Okay, so it was about a year afterwards, but even still, that was very early on in its life, at least for us anyway. So, this was actually a game that was developed from the Western branch of Capcom, their digital studio.
Oh.
And, it was honestly a funny little experiment here, because first and foremost, I mean, it's a spiritual successor to Ghosts and Goblins. The art direction for this game was handled by one Susumu Matsushita, who is very well known among the Famitsu community.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was gonna say I was gonna say that the art style, the comic book kind of art style for everything is so cool.
Oh yeah, no, it absolutely gives the game the charm that you don't see in too many other games of its type. But it's also, I mean, it is funny you have that. You also have, again, the game primarily handled by a Western branch, alongside its music, which was composed by a couple of talented individuals that used to work for Tommy Tallarico Studios.
Oh, No kidding.
Probably the exact same people that helped make Pac-Man World soundtrack.
Oh, okay, then I gotta say that would make sense. Then why I like the music in this game is actually a genuine bop. It's nice. So this is what you can normally use your coins for. You can either spend 100 of your coins to save your progress. Otherwise, you don't get to save your progress. This is the only way you get to do it in the game. Or you get to use it to fast travel to other worlds in case you're trying to, again, go after for that elusive mastery. Beyond that, again, I forgot to mention, welcome to ye old hub system. While you're here, the Tomb Tower is where I want to be heading to next, but it will not open until I have at least destroyed the Archstones in the other 3 levels of this game, of this world. There's 4 levels in each main hub. You have to get a level to even get. You have to beat a level to even get to the hub.
Oh yeah, no, because they consider the hub or area its own level, quote unquote. Because they call it level 2, even though it's technically not a proper level.
Yeah. The other thing to note is, and I currently have a web page open on the left, is they don't actually tell you the number. Every level has its own number, but they don't tell you it when you're on the screen. So I'm gonna do my best to play them in order. So next up, level 3, Dead Heat.
So, y'all like your Rotten Dead, medium well, or well done?
I don't know.
I like mine. I don't care to have much of an opinion. The last time I did, I got very judgmental stares at the barbecue. But then again, I don't know if that's because I said I wanted my meat well done, or if it's because I mentioned I wanted it to be rotting corpses. Hard to tell.
What if we want our zombies well done? Well, son, we have to politely ask them to leave.
Oh yeah, we asked them kindly yet firmly to leave. Mind the crows, they will take your gold.
As crows tend to do. Little peckers.
I don't know what they have use for this anyway, but yeah,
maybe they just confuse them for bird seeds or whatever.
You know what? You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense. Like,
hello.
I mean, whenever you collect armor, when you're already at your max amount, you get 20 seconds of invincibility.
Which is nice, though. Probably, probably a little too, not that much time. All things considering the levels can be pretty lengthy.
Yeah, I would say whenever I get that, do note that I'm gonna be. Oh, nice! Finally, I got the shield throw. Do note that whenever I get that ability, I'm most likely going to be just running just like balls to the wall because I want to try and fight as many enemies as I can before I lose the invincibility.
I mean, it's the only way you're going to make the most out of it, so obviously, like, make a mad dash for the nearest rotting corpse.
I know. Yeah, I mean, beyond that, I'm just going to play this game and have a nice casual time because it's been...
Aw. Thanks, spirits. The one big perk of them all is that they actually get to phase through walls, yet we can't.
I mean, it makes sense. I am, unfortunately, not a ghastly ghoul. But yeah,
not yet, anyway.
Not yet, and hopefully, if I play my cards right, we'll never get it close to. Take that key, thank you. I guess while we're getting through this whole area, because I'm just gonna be playing this casually, just enjoying myself a nice, fun little spooky time. You can get duplicate. Sorry. Enjoy myself a nice spooky Halloween kind of game here, even though it's not even the season for it. Sorry. I mean, yeah. Beyond that, I'm just gonna have a nice little time here, just kind of playing casually, chatting with my friends.
I mean, isn't it what this is all about?
That's what the afterlife is all about.
Afterlife.
Yep.
Well, shit, man. How'd you go down?
I figured you guys should have known. I tried one jar of grape jelly, and it didn't end well for me. Hype, I tried to warn you.
Warn me of what exactly?
Okay. That if you eat the grape jelly for too long, you're gonna turn into I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this.
I've eaten
by the way, I got myself
you
a
have
buff.
nothing under your belt, good sir.
I know.
I think what Logan's trying to insinuate is that you were dead this whole time, and now he shall join you.
What? Oh, is this one of those freaking Sixth Sense kind of moments?
Probably.
You know, where Pan's back and Hype realizes that the keyboard actually feels cold. His fingers were never actually on to begin with.
You know, I have a response to
like
that, but I know better than to say what I'm about to say.
Fair enough. Sorry.
Actually,
So if there's anything to take away from this, ladies and gentlemen, If there's anything to take away from this current recording, ladies and gentlemen, is that I'm currently the Haley Joel Osment of the group.
I know it. Oh god, that does remind me that I need to get around. I need to get around to covering Read Chain of Memories as well. Later though, I have plans.
We're not in a huge rush to get back into Kingdom Hearts because, I mean, let's be real here. That's pretty much an investment in and of itself.
Yeah, honestly, fair enough. Okay, let's go. Honestly, fair enough. Also, do note that being invincible does not mean I can jump into lava. It wouldn't work.
If only.
But thankfully, time slows down whenever time stops whenever I'm interacting with things.
Hey,
right.
cute.
Who's first?
You.
Come on. As you're noticing in the upper left, flame. This current one, I believe, is called Flame Brant, and your meter of your buff continuously goes down whenever you strike an enemy with it. You can restore it by either collecting sword energy pickups. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna do my thing.
Watch that motherfucker actually pecks you when you least expect it.
I'm expecting already. Okay. You know what? I'll try a mystery. Ooh, POW boxers.
Try your luck for. Ooh, cool.
I believe these different boxers do actually change certain things when you have them equipped, but I forget what the POW boxers do.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think it is just a cosmetic change.
Right. If not, the next chance I get, I'm gonna look that up because I'm very curious. But
well, all I know for certain is that once you actually see them, the POW boxers basically turn your boxers into pretty much a small little homage to classic Capcom arcade games.
Sorry about that. Just had to help out with something in the kitchen.
No
very
worries.
good. I am currently continuing through Dead Heat.
He got himself a new pair of boxers in the process.
Yep. Oh, got another Flame Brand power-up. Give me this. Thank you. Destroy that enemy spawner.
Also, take that potion with you just to be safe.
Oh, is there a potion there?
Yeah, there was one right there.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Thank you.
Yeah, sometimes the lighting in this game can be a little too dark for its own sake.
Fair. Well, I guess while I'm tackling this, so have you been doing some more comic projects? You said.
Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm all good. Go ahead.
But yeah, I guess to answer your inquiry, yeah, I've been kind of going back and forth between doing some editing for one of the comics that I'm helping my friend Slick do based on Monica's stuff, you know, the Meet Zamoria's stuff that Logan's actually a part of as well.
Oh, yeah. I was curious to see what that was coming.
Yeah, at the moment, we're still, I don't know how far episode 4's been progressing. That's just more so Slick's doing at the moment, but I have been helping him edit the panels for episode 5.
Oh, alright, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Let me
So
see.
a thought occurred to me, Logan. Oh, God.
You go first.
Honestly, I was just gonna go right back into joking territory. So you go ahead with your story.
Anyway, the only other thing that I've been working on as of late was been getting back to doing some bulk recording for Adrenaline dubs, like getting some stuff done for issues that they plan on covering in the future, so I don't have to worry about those in the future. And
I love the way that these fucking skeleton warriors threat when they're chasing right after you.
Hey, hang on, let's
So
see if we can do it
nice.
again. Just...
So as I'm always like,
I'll have your head. Ah!
it's actually a good way to cheese those enemies because otherwise they are very they're very annoying with their shields. So if I can catch them in a walking
they're very
animation-
good with them.
So if I can catch them in a walking animation, that's actually perfect because that allows me to catch them unawares. But
Catch
anyway,
them
continue.
underwears.
Yeah. But yeah, aside from that, and of course any random stuff that I've been helping Jordan out with Tales of Annualia, the only other the only other big...
I actually jumped in. I'll be okay. Continue.
Okay. Like the only other big thing that I've been working on lately, I think I mentioned it in another project that we did. Whether or not it goes first before this is up for debate. But I know I've been working on like a it started off as just like a little art project of me redesigning characters, but it kind of found itself being fleshed into like its own separate universe that it's still in the middle of ironing out.
Oh, but the snowman?
No, I'm talking about the Sonic stuff.
Oh, that's right. Yes, the redraw. I don't believe you mentioned that yet on the channel. But yeah, no, your Sonic redraws you've been doing.
Yeah, basically, it started off as like this random little like art thing to do in between projects. It's like, I wonder how I would reinterpretate Sonic characters. And so it started off with Silver and Eggman, like they were the first two. Then it eventually led to doing a bunch more characters. So like and people seem to be really liking how they turned out. Like I think like Blaze, Rouge, and the Chaotix are like the big favorites that I have so far. And then after a while, it kind of got to a point where people are like, oh, you know, these are really cool. Are you planning on using these for a project or whatever? And then I decided, you know what? Why not? Let's see what I can do with these.
Oh, so what's the plan? Do you have like a comic idea, like telling a story, an audio play?
Well, mostly an audio play. Like, I might do like mini comics, but I'm not going to do like a full-on dedicated comic since that'd be a little bit too time-consuming for me. But I do have like audio drama plans for it.
Okay. Yeah. What about you, James? I've been noticing you doing a couple like drawing, like doing art and things and stuff recently in the status. How have you been with that?
Not really much to really say in that regard. Mostly, I mean, earlier on I did this one little crossover thing between Mad Rat Dead and Pizza Tower.
Right,
where
that
was incredible.
literally turned brick into the Mad Rat.
And Gustav into the heart.
I mean, what else would he be in that scenario?
He's a good man.
Unfortunately, being a heart in his position, he wasn't quite expecting all the little like sharp bones poking at such a point where it poke him.
Oh yeah, that freaking rib cage thing.
Yes.
Plus, he's not good at. Plus, he doesn't have very good rhythm.
Not as far as I'm aware.
Watch
out!
My mom said I was born. My mom said I was born with 2 left feet. And
I thought that was
4
just
stomachs like a cow.
It's like, she said I was born with 2 left feet. My thought was a figure of speech until I looked down.
Never, trust me, Peppino. Never look down.
Never take anything for granted.
I thought you were gonna. I thought you were going like, trust me, Peppino. Never take anything ever.
Even
And
if it's
that's
a
it.
gift, don't take it. It may look like a fancy birthday gift, but it might actually be a bear ready to eat your face off.
So is that where your so-called catchphrase came from?
Worst seventh birthday I've ever had.
And it was on that day where I decided, you know what? I don't really need an aunt.
Jeez.
Oh, there's the POW boxers.
Yep, I gotta be careful though because they're not gonna hold back with these enemies. Now, oh lord, nope, out of here.
Get on out of here.
So a thought occurred to me all of a sudden, Logan, like thinking
Yes.
way back when. You said that your death came from grape jelly. Did you make sure to check the expiration date?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
You purposely ate expired jelly just to prove a point.
I'm sitting there just on my tombstone, just my death is propaganda. That is what my life is led up to.
Down with Smuckers.
Down with Smuckers. Okay, but real talk, I remember enjoying those freaking I think it was Smuckers that did the Uncrustables.
Yeah,
I think that was.
I'm
like
pretty sure that
round
was
little
Smuckers.
UFO sandwiches.
I think they still make them.
No, I'm pretty sure they do. I remember seeing them around.
Alright, get me out of here, cheap shit.
Get me out of here.
Where'd he go?
I'm injecting. There we go.
Gee, what a prick.
Yeah, no, to think that could have been my undoing if I was 1 hit lower.
Yeah.
All right. So next we
Man,
have,
I need to get some new duds.
Yeah. Now do note, be mindful that whenever you come back to the hub world, every time you beat a level, the hub world will actually like increment further and spawn new enemies and new dangers.
Oh,
Like,
lovely.
So be careful. It's not. This place is not going to stay empty forever. For now, you just want to get to Coffin Canyon. Get me out of here.
Whoosh.
Level 4. Why not?
And yeah, as you no doubt heard earlier, with again, like if there's one thing about this soundtrack that is definitely going to be ringing in your head, it's always going to be that opening motif from like the very original Ghosts and Goblins. Like that, it's used for just about every freaking track.
The only other time I can think of that they didn't use it, which I appreciate because it was at least something different, was dang it. Alright, I just got this.
Hey.
But it
Yeah,
was
jerk.
It's when we're in the ice realm. The ice realm has excuse me.
Hey!
Yeah.
That was going to be my gift for Sophia once I saved her.
I mean, when I say
Spoiler warnings, throughout the entire series' history, I don't think we ever do save Sophia.
Wow.
Really? Not even an Army of Zin?
Not that I recall, anyway.
Because I know.
Like, I think they were banking on there being a third game, but it never happened due to the poor sales of that game.
Damn. For those who are curious, I guess spoilers. Sophia, we're still on the lookout for her. I'm already at full health technically. We're still on the lookout for her, and Army of Zin is supposed to take place like right after this game with both Maximo and Death. You know, his friend and now new contractually obligated partner. Thank you.
Literally his new wingman.
Yep. The two of them. Oh, hang on. Let's buy Secret Cave.
Listen, I'm just saying this Sophia lady might be a lost cause. I think it's time for you to broaden your horizons.
Oh my god.
Get up the streets, you know?
I mean, let's be real here. By the end of the, like, even up to now, like, Death's a total bro, and I mean, he seems like the kind of guy I would love to totally hang around with and give him the chance. Assuming, of course, I'm not, already dead.
I got a Doom Strike. Downward Strike becomes a devastating magical attack. But again, note that it is outside the 3, so if I were to die, I will lose those abilities.
Not to mention that Deathstrike, I believe, is one of the rare abilities that can disappear once you used it up.
Really? I don't know
I
about
think. I could be wrong on that. I mean, see that meter on the top left portion of the screen?
Oh yeah. That makes sense. That's my enchantment buff meter in general, and yes, using something like Doom Strike, maybe we'll show it off now. Doing that attack will use up a bit of your sword energy. Wait for it and go.
Whoop.
Please.
Yeah, now I'm just.
Thank you.
Now I'm just continuing off that whole thing. It's like,
Look, I'm not saying you did anything wrong, but let's be honest. Do we really see a relationship blossoming with this girl? I mean, what has she ever done for you?
Come to think of it, does she even exist?
I think you might have imagined her.
Some things, Maximo, are just meant to fly away in the wind.
Like my hair.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
That was a close one.
The fucking fighter was about to chomp your foot off.
Okay.
Like
No,
my
you
foot.
don't.
Come to think of it, don't you have like several other broads on your team that would be much better suitors? Just saying.
I mean, I know there is an explanation for why. I know there's meant to be an explanation for why. Oh, I should have crossed over to the right. There goes Doom Strike.
Oh well.
But there also goes my whole reason for taking it slow and exploring. So now I get to just sprint through this place. Again, this is pretty much how I'm gonna play. Oh, I didn't even notice there's a secret here.
oh,
There it is.
So I just need to get up here, and turn the camera. Thank you.
Turn.
Get up here. Yep. I didn't even
And
see
lo and
this
behold,
What do we have? We have ourselves.
thank God these nice.
Ooh.
Thank God that the steel chests are never, as far as I'm aware, none of them turn into mimics.
No. Definitely not. Definitely.
That would be really freaking mean.
Actually-
you already need to spend a key just to open them up.
honestly,
Right, so
not even
consume a key.
just that, but not only to get like a little like upgrade to yourself. It looked like that was a much easier path to take than what the game expected you to.
Honestly, yeah. So there you go. The game rewards you for being.
Do you dare play
adventurous.
with your life for a life?
Yay! Yeah, it's all about rewarding you for being adventurous and observant of your environment. I do actually want to look into like where these people went, because the level design and the art direction and like there is some really cool stuff here.
Definitely.
Look at that.
Yoink.
Nope, not today. Now, do I have another key for this, or do I have to fight an enemy? I have a key left over. Nice. Come up.
But think of all the other nice stuff you could be missing out on.
I don't want to miss out on any cool shops and things. Daddy needs a new pair of underwear. That came out wrong. Don't listen.
What's wrong with your current set of boxers? I mean, they're this. It's the stuff of champions.
You want my
Sophia?
underwear?
It's the stuff of those that know how to score.
All right, give me something good. Let's see what we got.
Well, theoretically they
Nice.
would score,
More-
but I don't. Theoretically they would score, but I don't know if Sophia and I ever had our first kiss yet or not.
dear.
Technically, you could take what I said both in 2 ways.
I see what you did there. Hang on, he's not dead yet.
Yeah, I know he's up to something.
I know who's gonna come up around that corner and give me a surprise boo.
Surprise.
Which I know sounds oxymoronic, but he's an oxymoronic.
Oh no, this is the kind of man that's not afraid of death. What are we gonna do?
Oh.
But yeah, actually, going back to Maximo real quick, the man himself, for this game, well, I mean, in general, the man is voiced by one Wally Wingert, who some might recognize as not only Q-Bot from the recent Sonic games, but also the Riddler in the most recent Batman games.
Well, the Batman Arkham games, at least.
Alright, and I'm back, so sorry about that. So...
He came back, and then he left just the same.
He left as swiftly as he arrived. Our hero, the knight. Anyway, it's all good. I've literally had a checkpoint right here, so we're good. Back there, I get to keep this silver shield, which is nice. I got a little nice power for this, and one of the abilities that you saw me swapping out earlier is the Shield of Midas. Literally one of my favorite quality of life upgrades to get throughout the entire game, because this allows me to... first of all, it allows me to harness all spirits with just vacuuming them up. I don't have to worry about picking them up again. And number 2, it also allows me to magnetize coins. The shield throw I would like to try and get back, because if I can get that back, you can actually combine the 2 abilities to throw your freaking shield as a magnet.
Which essentially, I mean, just being able to throw your treasure magnet, it already sounds like such a nifty little tool.
Oh yeah, no. Until I no.
Hey.
Until
what
I
did
can
I
find...
just say about you taking my jewelry, Mr. Bird?
Dang. Okay, I'm stuck. Okay, come on. No.
Come to Papa.
Jeez.
I'm gonna make a stew out of you yet, you little shit. There we go.
Oh, come on. Okay. Let's grab you from this back.
Also, I love, before you actually came up to that guy, I still love, whenever you actually see them on patrol, they make the goofiest little up sort of noise.
Hey. Again, it's... Not to say this game is bad, but it's like... There's definitely this sort of oh, damn. There's definitely this sort of tongue-in-cheek where I don't know what kind of game this is trying to be, because it's like... Oh my gosh, especially keep this in mind when we get to the final boss of the game. It's meant to be this nice kind of jokey, jovial, cartoonish spook fest, and then the finale happens where when we get around to it, that's when this game actually gets to horror.
Legitimately terrifying.
Actually really well done, but yeah, it's its own
I mean,
story.
I'll say for what it's worth, that's pretty much just been Ghosts and Goblins in a nutshell, where it sort of hinges the line of dark comedy as far as its tone is concerned. Obviously you're dealing with the hordes of hell, and pretty much it's very dark, very gloomy and whatnot, though it's not devoid of color. And I mean, the demons themselves look fairly goofy in themselves, not to mention that your whole health system is it's primarily how much you actually have on until you turn into a pile of bones.
Yeah.
True. Which I guess... Oh, welcome back. Which I guess that is one thing that this game does not have over over Sir Arthur, is that Maximo does not become a bag of bones if ever I die.
Nope. He just dies with all the skin still left on his body and whatever underwear he's wearing at the time.
What a wuss.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair though, the Ghosts and Goblinisms doesn't stop there, because I know there's one enemy type we'll deal with later that also brings in another cherished or very infamous part of the series.
Oh my. Okay.
I want to say we'll come up to him. I want to say we'll come up to him at some point before we're done with this world. But
yeah. Oh yes. Now I remember what you think. Yeah, no, that'll be in the next level.
Gotcha.
Oh boy.
Now heading here.
Also, that lovely mug who's stained glass we literally just cut through. I believe we'll be meeting up with him right around the end of this here world.
Yes, that is Ghastly Gus, and he is the grave tender for this Boneyard. Which I guess in hindsight does make sense. Every Ghost and what's a Ghost and Goblins game without its its wonderful little graveyard.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's pretty much it's always the first.
I'm just throwing this out there that I'm just kind of bummed that out of all of the songs, the memorable pieces that are in Ghosts and Goblins, they really only wanted to pay homage to one of them. Again,
Well,
there's
I mean,
only
it's like
one
the,
other-
it's also. I mean, in all fairness, it's like the one that everyone tends to remember because how many people can actually get past the first level of every game?
You know what? Fair
Aside
enough.
from like aside from like the absolute dedicated masochists out there like us.
Or people
Fair
that like
enough, you know,
safe states.
fair enough. Or save states.
Well, especially in this time and place.
Yes, completely.
Such a
fair.
luxury such a luxury wasn't really a thing back when Maximo hit the scene. So, you know, we had to sell what we could.
Okay, come on, come close.
And yeah, I don't like this part too much either because you're fighting these guys while also having to worry about not accidentally hitting the end goal while it's still in the force field.
Right, because that can ricochet you, and also don't want to fall off. But hey, pretty good so far. Only really died once. I usually die a couple times because of all the bombless pits around it. That is the thing. Oh geez, now he's over there.
Hup, hup, hup. Look at him, the best Stroder among the dead.
Stroden's really.
Strode did really. Thank you. I think we're honestly getting probably around to a point, especially with Doug and Sammy on board. We're probably getting around to a rewatching of it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
down
think
with
they'd get a kick out of it. Like, I want to say I did show MB at least a few segments of it. Again,
Oh,
I'd have to
God.
re-ask her just to double check on that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get bad to the bone.
It's all about in the timing. Ow.
Too bad this game doesn't have any rocket pieces as far as I only just now realized that the freaking armor
They're
up
dancing.
pickups are literally dancing. I mean, again, it just really fits the tone of, again, this dark comical adventure.
Right. Oh, I'll take that.
I lost my helmet.
That's fine. With Flame Brand, I should be able to dispatch. the
That is
enemies
unfortunately
of the
something
dead.
that can be a little annoying, is that there are certain enemies who, you slash at them with your sword, they don't go down right away, they just, drop down, which, if you want to end them quickly, you're going to have to do the down stab, and that thing, I mean, it can be a little too precise for its own good.
Now, however, I can, over time, get power-ups. I'm gonna say no to the diamond. I can, however, get...
Come on, it's not that bad. It's not that hard of a jump.
Okay, fine. I can, however, get power-ups that can increase...
Oh, that's why you said no.
Oh, well, I guess now we see why. That is something I keep forgetting, is that when you're actually trudging through the damn soil, I mean, that's what I'm going to call it anyway,
You're a
your
little slowed
mobility
down.
is gimped.
Yeah, you're a little slowed down unless... Oh, nice. You're slowed down unless you are jumping. And yeah, this is what I wanted, so I could do that. And pick up
Kind
stuff
of
from
think
afar.
of it, do you actually still have the money that you actually collected before dying?
Yep. Oh my god. I forgot that that's the terrain that did that.
Well, actually, no. Don't you initially start off with only just one continue?
Yes, but I meant as of this moment,
Okay,
with the coins I have now, and then every continue nets you another 5 lives to start off with. So I mean, provided I actually learn from my mistakes, rare to be sure. I don't think I'm gonna be game over anytime soon.
I mean, you didn't game over at all during your test run, so I think you'll be fine.
I didn't.
Well, I mean, okay, great. Okay, I mean, the correction. You didn't game over completely. You did definitely get a couple game overs, but you still had coins to spare. By the time you started reaching the later portion of the game, you had more coins than you knew what to do with.
Well, I mean, it helped that in between sessions I was. Oh, thank you.
Speaking of which,
It helped that in bet. Oh, you're right. I remember having I think close to 15 or 20 of the darn. Death
oh yeah,
points
no,
right now.
you were pretty much good, and I mean, as far as losing all your coins and being screwed in general, it really does is that it just boots you out of the game, and
You just
boots you out
load
of
your
the game,
previous
and
save.
you load your previous save, which I mean, only really is a big deal at the beginning when you only have you have very little resources.
Right, like the more of these coins I get, the more abilities I have. Again, this game is trying to skirt that fine line between arcade and of course Konami difficult or Capcom difficult. Give it in. It's trying to skirt the line between Capcom difficult of the old Ghosts and Goblins game with a hack and slash game, and then Army of Zin came along, which Artisan is... I think there is still some good in what it's doing, but the thing to note with it is that was around the time when suddenly Devil May Cry 1 was all the rage.
Well, just Devil May Cry and like action brawlers in general were starting to become a much bigger deal. So naturally, Maximo, for better or worse, had to evolve.
Yeah, which, I mean,
or not so much evolve, but it had to follow the trends at the time.
Right. I'm not gonna try that just yet. I need more coins.
Better to play it safe than sorry. Said the man who initially dared him to get that one coin or not that one diamond that prompted him to fall into a lava pit.
Oh no!
Speaking of, oh well, there goes that diamond.
No.
No, get back here, you. He's just taunting you at that point.
Oh my gosh, I am not gonna lose that diamond. I worked too hard to get that diamond.
It was a very pretty diamond too.
Okay, he's landed to the ground. No! You stushed it away in this grave, never to be seen again.
Aw, he ate it.
Oh.
He really did. What a jerk.
Oh well. Well, it was only just a diamond.
Gosh, how else can this evening get weirder and weirder? Alright, I lost my firebrand. And now as I approach this treasure chest...
How can it get any weirder? Well, you get a wizard that's constantly spewing his spells around. If you get hit, depending on your armored state, one of several things could happen. Like you could turn into an old fart, or you could turn into a baby.
No.
But that won't be happening today.
Yep, if you actually manage to get up to him without getting hit, you get a 1-up.
Sweet.
I mean, don't even. There's another wizard up ahead. I don't fancy my chances. It may happen. You just wait. Oh.
Watch this happen. It literally happens when you can't even see him.
Again, the having the left and right channels flipped, mixed with the camera not being super responsive, it is a little tricky to manage. But I mean, other than that, like I would say, like the overall the controls are pretty. The controls don't. They feel tight enough. Like when I'm doing these moves and things.
I mean, it's. I wouldn't call it the most seamless thing in the world, but I mean, for what it's worth, it gets the job done. Again, I think the only real damning thing about this game is just its lack of actual camera controls.
Yeah, it is dynamic.
Oh, there you go. No more having to worry about the magician.
Yeah, I was like, no magician. Typically, the magician was in that chest. So maybe, like, once you kill him in a level, he doesn't spawn again.
It's possible.
Well, enough of that. We get to finally, we get to finally challenge the boss of this here level.
At least they're courteous enough to lower the drawbridge.
Thank you. The Ghastly Gus will see you now, sir.
Do we want to properly save our game first? But oh, that's right. The red short skeletons are they suck. Basically,
they pull an ape escape kind of thing where you gotta be mindful of what color pants you're dealing with. That they determine the mark of the man.
Yeah, especially the red pants skeletons who are the most aggressive.
Alright, get him. Thank you. I mean, yeah, fine. Better to have these saves, especially because once you beat the boss, you will automatically just bam go into the next level. So let's save.
And we're doing this now because honestly, the boss itself, from what I remember seeing, is kind of a pushover.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks big and menacing, but he's got very sensitive tootsies. Yeah, that's what I thought.
But they have enough. I think they have. Yep, they have enough. Yay!
Snackafraz.
Actually, wait. I'm off one. There. Sorry, guys. This is very important. Sniff.
Take a whiff.
There you are.
Snruff. Yay.
There
this means
you go.
Absolutely nothing to anyone but me, but it's mine, and I.
As the old saying goes, some habits die hard.
It's mine. It's mine, and I will own it till the day I potentially die, and make that sound as I die.
Here lies Logan Chavez. Snruff.
Snruff.
Did we ever talk about the origins of Snruff on this channel?
So, it's stupid. You're not gonna like it. because you're gonna be like, really, that's it? But it just stuck. It just stuck with me for all this time. So it was actually an old Pogo song. I want to say, hey, Ghastly Gus.
Hey, Gus. Friendly Gus.
But notice that he was tending to his very sore tootsies.
Jeez.
Wonder. I guess his recent grave digging job left him with very sensitive tootsies. And that's really all there is to the fight. I mean, granted, if you leave him alone for long enough, I think he does pull a few tricks that could be pretty devastating. But otherwise, he's relatively easy.
I mean, I'll show off a couple of them. You got a big shockwave. He can actually use his shovel to dig up dirt to be projectiles. Oh my gosh!
And and he can knock you right out of your armor just like that.
But yeah, basically you just want to do 2 downward strikes. Him the tootsies and dead. And his spirit shall go into the grave that which he was digging. And we'll get a cut.
So it was reserved for him.
And for our troubles, we actually get to save the first of the maidens that will hopefully help us on our journey. The grave maiden.
Also, we missed a little detail, but his mom and pup also have their own gravestones.
It's cute.
Maximo.
His mum's over there with the flower hat.
Achilles is drilling into the underworld, and you must stop him.
It's not good.
This will help you.
First of all, an extension, so now we can up to 4 items.
You will need all
And
you can get.
here's what we have to our offer. I'm going to take the armor, not the save, because I can just use save states, sorry. The kiss, the only reason you would want to use the kiss is for 2 reasons. Actually, there's only 1 reason. Apologies. If you beat the game and have every one of the maiden's kisses in your equipment, your power-up inventory, you unlock the concept art gallery. However,
there is a catch to that though.
You can actually put it anywhere you want, but let's be honest. Unless you plan on suddenly being being like a god at this game and never dying a single time ever again, you're going to want to put those kisses in the perma, contraption thing to keep them between deaths. Which
getting the kisses is primarily meant to be a challenge. It's supposed to be a challenge run.
Oh, a challenge! Yeah, challenge run because you sacrifice that slot. So I'm gonna take the full armor, but I'm gonna say really quick. It was a Pogo video, and it was, I believe, either the Gon or he did like 2 to 3 videos as advertisements for Australian train companies on his YouTube. And I don't know, one of them was, they had this like Archimedes, like professor sounding person. Like it literally just, he had the mustache, the glasses, the whole 9 yards, the dude from the Tarzan movie. But and at some point, just the way Pogo mixed his audio, it just sounded like he was saying like, it was this weird like sound that just suddenly like stuck with me for like a week. And then I just started saying like, snuff. Yeah, that's me. Alright, let's stop.
You know what? I'll take that name and make it my own. Snuff.
Don't worry. The other sorceresses are still in terrible danger.
Also, terribly sorry about that. Sorry about the wait there, lady.
You're just staring at me. Alright, let's see how Achilles is doing.
Your orders were to kill Maximo. So here is your reward.
Surprisingly, he has the power to bring people back to life.
Guards.
Yes, my lord.
Take the general away and torture him until he dies. Maximo,
Again.
your fate will
And
not
this-
be so pleasant.
This is why having a ruler of both life and death is terrifying.
Because he'll bring you back to life just to torture you till you're dead again. Like,
Very much.
geez, what a fucking fate to have.
It is bad. So, with that said, our next area takes us all the way down to the swamps, of which some unfortunate voodoo magic, yes, is going down, and it's up to us to figure out what's going on. But that will be saved for another time. Save
He
state.
will do that voodoo next time.
To that voodoo you do so well.
Woohoo, voulez-vous, and yeah. Take care, everybody.